You invest in a high-level communication workshop or a leadership retreat. Your team returns inspired, equipped with new strategies to tackle the quarter. Then, 3 weeks pass. A high-stakes project deadline looms, and the client applies pressure. Immediately, people become reactive. The emails get unusually sharp. Decision-making slows to a crawl, and by 3 in the afternoon, the office fills with brain fog. You gave them the exact software they needed to succeed. The training was clear, but the hardware is glitching. Deep in the nervous system, the animal brain senses the stress of the deadline and prioritizes immediate self-protection over professional composure. Your team hasn't forgotten their skills. They have simply lost the biological access to use them under pressure. Most professional development ignores this mechanism completely. It relies on a top-down approach, focusing strictly on the mind and rational thought processes. But human biology operates bottom-up. Our nervous system acts as a gatekeeper, constantly scanning the environment and deciding whether we actually have the capacity for rational thought in the first place. When that internal radar detects a danger signal, even something as subtle as a critical tone in a meeting or a sudden pivot in strategy, it reacts defensively. All the mindset training in the world cannot help if your biology has already pulled the plug on your brain's executive centers. We rely on the prefrontal cortex, your strategy room, the seat of empathy, logic, and composure. Operating it requires immense energy and continuous safety. When the nervous system detects pressure, a hijack shuts down the strategy room, rerouting energy to the animal brain to ensure survival. In this defensive state, the team's training remains intact, but their biological permission to access those tools is revoked. High-level cognitive and emotional intelligence are only accessible when the physical hardware of the body is properly regulated. The biological performance matrix maps a team's energy against their perception of safety. The right side thrive and renew zones represent secure environments, granting full access to sustainable productivity. The left side grind and survive zones illustrate states driven by threat and fatigue, causing costly disengagement. Operating in these negative zones forces organizations to pay a biological tax, a massive percentage of work hours lost entirely to unproductive reflexes. You see this tax in action when employees spend extra time fixing rushed mistakes or draining their energy to heal relationship friction that never needed to happen. You pay for 100% of your team's expertise, but if their nervous systems are deregulated, you are likely only capturing 60% of their actual output. You cannot solve a biological problem with a process-oriented solution. It requires actual nervous system mastery. To manage this strategically, leaders have to step back and measure their team's biological readiness. This dashboard shows the results of a team thrivability audit, a brief diagnostic tool designed to map exactly what is happening under the hood of your team's culture. It clearly quantifies the strategic capacity index alongside the exact biological tax your organization is currently paying. By plotting where team members fall across the readiness matrix, you can identify hidden sustainability risks before they turn into burnout and long-term absenteeism. Armed with this data, you can intervene to reclaim those lost hours and finally recapture your team's full cognitive potential. Stop paying the biological tax. Book a consultation today and turn your team's biology into a measurable competitive advantage.